Hello and welcome to our YouTube video. In this YouTube video, we'll be learning how to create our own rubber ducky using this very simple small circuit. This circuit is known as a Raspberry Pi, and basically you might have heard of this in the news. What we'll be doing is we'll be taking this, we'll be putting some scripts on it, and whenever we plug this into any computer, we can basically get full access to that computer. Let's get into it. So your first step should be, how do you get this device? First of all, you can find this off of Amazon for like around 300 rupees or 400 rupees. If there's a sale, if you're lucky, you can get it for 300. I actually got this from a website named robo.in. I'll mention all the links in the description, so you can probably just get one for yourself. So that's first step done. You can pause the video until you actually get the Raspberry Duck. I'll wait for it. Hopefully now you have unpaused the video and now you are back, and yeah, hopefully you should have this. Okay, now your second step should be actually just open up your browser and go to the specific GitHub page. This GitHub page is known as Pico-Ducky, and on this GitHub page there are a few set of instructions. Okay, before you do anything, just a slight disclaimer: hacking is technically illegal. Whatever you are doing is for educational purposes only, and make sure if you are testing this on any device, you're doing this on your own device. Okay, with that out of the way, let's get to the fun part. Now, the third most thing that you'll actually need is a USB micro B to a USB A cable. Okay, make sure you use a specific high quality cable, because if a cable does not support data transfer, then it's not going to work and you might think that your Raspberry Pi is broken. But just get a cable which supports data transfer. Usually one of the first party cables from Samsung, Motorola, or any of your mobile phones, they will work. So first things first, I'll just plug this into. Be very careful because the connector on the Raspberry Pi is very sensitive. So you plug this in, and whenever you plug this into your computer, make sure that there is a boot button here. Just keep on holding on it and just plug this into your computer. You will see it in a moment. That will show up on my computer as RP Pi. Okay, so let's actually see. Security scan done, and it actually shows up as RPI RP2, right? So that is it has a storage of 128 MB. Once again, we don't care about that. What I'll do is now I'll go to my browser. I'll go to Circuit Python for Raspberry Pi Pico. That is the second step here. Once again, all the links will be in the description. Just right click on it, open it in a new tab. Now you will see a very big download button. Do not click on that. Just scroll down, click on Browse S3 bucket. Now the thing is, they have already provided a version 8, but version 8 is currently not supported with the Raspberry Pi. So we'll just keep it aside. On this, click on EN US, which is the English US version. This is specifically important because you need a version which works well with your keyboard. Your keyboard is most specifically just aligned with US English, so that should be fine. Scroll down until you see 7.3.3.uf2. That is the most stable 7 version. Click on it and it will start downloading it. I'll just open the file and you can see it is here. Right click, I'll just cut the file and I'll come to the Raspberry Pi. I'll just paste it. Once I paste it, once the entire thing is done, it will automatically eject itself, and then it will boot up again. So we'll just see on our screen, the copy is done, and it will automatically close up and then it will automatically open. So at this moment, it automatically connected, and now it says Circuit Pi. Okay, once again, if you open this, everything is normal as is. What I'll do is I'll open up a new tab. I'll go back to my GitHub, and on the GitHub, actually, if you focus, once again, every step here is given. We have to download this specific bundle. So I'll just right click on here, open link in a new tab. Now, if I scroll down, there is a 7.x bundle. Once again, you do not get the 8 one. It doesn't work properly. You get the 7.x bundle. We'll just right click, open link, and it should download. So yeah, it is almost done. We'll just right click on it. We'll just extract, and extract is done. We'll just wait for a few seconds while the extraction. Oh boy, that was a very long 45 seconds. So once again, once the extraction is done, you just double click on the folder, open it up, and there are a few things that you need to get from here. First of all, go into the lib directory, and in the lib directory, we'll just double confirm. In the lib directory, you have to get very specific 3 files. Okay, so those 3 specific files are, first of all, you need to get the ada fruit underscore HID. That is the HID module that you need to get. So this is the module that we need to find. So ada fruit underscore HID, and let's find that. Oh, it has to be a folder, right? So let me just scroll. Yeah, we can see ada underscore HID. I'll just copy this. I'll open a new tab. I'll go to circuit Python. I'll go to the lib folder, and I'll just paste this. While this is actually getting copy pasted from here and there, we'll just check again what exactly do we need to do. Then we need to get the async queue first of all folder. So we'll just get that. So async. Yeah, here is the async folder. Copy it. I'll paste it here as well. And then there are a few other dependencies. So we also need to get the debouncer and the ticks version. So let's see, debouncer, ada, debouncer. So here is the debouncer. I'll scroll down and I check the ticks version. Let's just see where the ticks are. And here's the ticks. I'll take these 2 items, I'll copy it, I'll paste it here. And now we are almost done. So once again, I'll go back to our Firefox. Here I need to do a few more things. First of all, I'll take this entire repo. I'll click on download zip. So it will download the entire GitHub repository into a zip file. I'll come here. I'll once again do the exact same thing, right click and then extract everything. And that should give me once again, yeah, I have the folder. I'll open it. And inside this folder, there are a few things that I need to copy. So there are 3 things that I'll copy. First of all is the boot.py. Second is the Ducky in python.py. And the third one, and the most important one, is the payload.dd file. So what I'll do is I'll just copy these 3 files. Okay, I'll copy this and then I'll go to the other folder where I need to paste them. Circuit Python. Once again, these are supposed to be copied at the root of the folder. You do not copy it inside lid. You have to copy it exactly where I copy it. So I'll just paste it here. And after pasting it here, I'll just click on code. I'll just delete the code. And then I'll come up here. I'll just rename it. Let's rename it to code.py. And I'll hit enter. Once again, your rubber ducky at this point, it's done. Okay, it is done and it will automatically run the script whenever you just plug it in. I just tried to do that right now. So what I'll do is I'll open this payload.dd file right now. Let's open it in VS Code. And yeah, right now there are a few things written here. This might not make sense to you. So first of all, I'm just going to remove all of it. First of all, let's just do Windows and let's just press the Windows key. Then once again do a delay of 1000 and then I'll just say paint and then I'll just delay once again thousands and then enter. Once again, it won't directly write paint. I'll just write string space paint. Once again, if this is not making sense to you, that is completely fine. I'll explain. I'll just save this file. I'll unplug the Raspberry. Once again, the files when the file is saved, I'll unplug it. I'll close everything extra, whatever it is going on. Let me close this and yeah, let's plug this again and let's see what happens. So it will automatically open the Windows Start menu right now, and then it will type paint and it will just hit enter. So as you can see, it just opened up the paint stuff, right? Now you'll be thinking, wait, so it can just open up paint? Well, in theory, it can do a lot more. So hopefully, once you have figured out this process, let me actually show you that there are so many scripts that you can try. Okay, so if you scroll here, you will actually see find a script here or create your own, whatever. Right click on it. Let's just open it in a new tab. And there are so many different payloads. Okay, once again, I'm not going to show you all of those payloads. So once again, go to this link, then payloads, then examples, library. And in library, there are so many. So you have a script for remote access. You have one for recon. You have one for pranking, phishing, mobile incident response, general execution, credentials, so many different ones. You even have a script for mobile. So if you plug this device using an OTG in your Android phone, you can, in theory, even do automation on your Android phone, right? Now, this is once again, these scripts are very preloaded. If you want to actually see how one of them works, we can actually open up the prank one, and let's just do a rickroll. Once again, let's see. Physical rickroll. Let's just open this one. You click on payload.txt. You copy everything there is inside this file. You copy all of this. You hit copy. You go to your payload.dd file. So let me just open up this file, double click on it, and I'll just take everything, I'll paste it, and I'll save it. Now I'm not going to hit save, because once I hit save, and once this Raspberry Pi disconnects and reconnects again, it will execute this script. Every single time, be very careful. Every single time you plug this in, it will execute that specific script. Now, if you want to be very careful, there are some specific instructions that you might need to follow, but it involves a little bit of electrical tinkering, but there are some examples that you can follow. But at the moment, when I plug this in, the script will execute. Right now, this is a payload. I do not know exactly what it does right now. It says rickroll, but that can be really good for our copyright system. So I'm not going to execute it. I'm going to create a very, very, very simple script. Now, if you want to create your own script, and I actually would encourage all of you to learn how to create your own Ducky script, the language used here is called a Ducky script. Okay. Now you might be wishing that, okay, how do I learn Ducky script? Well, don't worry. You just go on Google and you search Ducky script, and there is an entire GitHub repo which will explain you what you are supposed to do. So for example, let's say if you wanted to open task manager, so you can just copy this stuff. You come here, you can just paste it, and it will do exactly that. So for example, if you notice in the first line, it says Control Shift Escape, right? Which means if it's in the same line, you press Control, Shift, and Escape together, right? It will open up Task Manager. Let's say you opened up Task Manager. Well, now what? Then you can introduce a delay, and sometimes you will want delay inside your program, because sometimes the Windows takes a bit to load, right? So delay, and I'll put 1000. When I put 1000, though, that is in milliseconds. That is not seconds, obviously. It is in milliseconds. So 1000 milliseconds equals 1 second. So it will wait for 1 second, and then it will do something else, right? So then in the third line, maybe I can ask it to open up, let's say, the run command. Let's see, Windows R. So what it will do is it will press Windows as well as R together. Then I can give it a delay. I can give it a delay of 3 seconds maybe. Then I can give it, for example, that, hey, why don't you type something inside that run command? Why don't you type something? So I'll probably type for TPS youtube.com/@techdefense-labs. Hopefully this works. I'm going to remove the Control Shift Escape thingy. And then after writing that out, what do you do? Well, obviously hit enter. And let's see. I'm just going to save this script. I will unplug this and I'll replug this again, and let's see what happens. So it should open up the run menu, and then it should type out the exact, so it's going to wait for 3 seconds. And is that the actual YouTube channel? Yeah, perfect. That is our YouTube channel. See, if you think this was deserved, give us a subscribe, definitely. So yeah, once again, you can make it do whatever you want. There are many other options. You can, in theory, get someone's WhatsApp web and then take a screenshot of that, save that screenshot, mail it to yourself. Okay, remember, you are not limited to your keyboard. You can actually use mouse pointers. Technically, instead of using that, you can just use the keyboard. There are so many scripts that you can actually run, which will actually disable your Windows Defender. Now, you might be thinking, Aman, why did your antivirus not pick this up? Well, it turns out this is not a physical device. This is not a physical pen drive. This doesn't contain any malware. Okay, This does not contain any viruses, technically. It is just emulating a keyboard. Okay. The same way, when you create a USB keyboard or when you connect, for example, a USB mouse, right? It is not flagged by antivirus because it's a device. The same way, it is emulating a keyboard. It is just sending keystrokes into your computer. Whatever you can do with your keyboard on your computer, this can do, but this can do it much faster and in a much more efficient way. Okay, you can change someone's wallpaper. Once again, you can get remote access, but for that, you need to learn how remote access works. Okay, if you are thinking that, hey, I'll just buy this, I'll just run a script, I'll plug it on my friend's computer and you will get access, that's not how it works. Okay, you will be a script kiddie. You need to understand how remote access works. Then and only then you will be able to take the script for remote access, put it on this, and then plug it in. Okay. Just once again, I do not wish to end it on a sour note, but I need you guys to understand that if you're buying this, do it because it is interesting. Do not do it because you want to hack something. Okay. Once again, hacking as a motivator is a really serious and really good motivator. But first of all, learn how to hack instead of being a script kiddie. With that out of the way, hopefully this presentation, this entire video made sense to you. If there are any questions, comments, or concerns, whatever there is, let me know in the comments, right? And also, we have an amazing Telegram community. You can just go on the Telegram community. You can just drop down a question that, hey, listen, something at 5 minutes, something mark, I didn't understand. Can you explain? I'll be more than happy to reach out. Our admins are really nice enough and they are really experienced. They'll reach out to you. With that, Aman out.